y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Katie and I make stuff vegan. Okay, so boom. So I was on TikTok like, I don't know, a couple months ago. And I saw this thing called fry bake. And I was like, what's a fry bake? You know I'm nosy. I was like, what's a fry bake? And I'm watching this Trini lady make it. And I'm like, this looks like fried dumpling, but it looks nice. It's all fluffy and stuff. I'm like, I have to make that. And then I saw her make it with saltfish. I'm like, this literally looks like Jamaican saltfish. And I literally love making Jamaican dishes because, you know, like I keep saying, just because you go vegan doesn't mean you have to give up your ancestral foods, you know, this food of your heritage, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I have to make this. And I was like going through my mind, like, what am I gonna make? What am I gonna make? And I was like, forget about fried bake. And I kind of been like missing my grandma a little bit. I was like, you know, thinking about sneaking home or something. I don't know. So I was like, ooh, she would love these. So I was like, I have to make some fried bake. If you want to see how I made vegan Trinidadian fried bake and saltfish, keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe so you never miss any of my videos. And as always, the link to the detailed recipe will be in the description box below. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start by making the fry bakes. And what I loved about this entire experience, literally from beginning to end, is I love how familiar everything felt. Like, I really feel like I was making fried dumpling. I will say that this is like a little bit more, not laborious, but it takes more time. Like fried dumpling, you literally just like cut the butter in, do what you have to do, mix up, and you fry it right away. But because like this recipe uses yeast, like it just made it, I had to wait longer. Like you have to wait for the dough to rise. But everything just felt so familiar. And I also love, like, Katie Makes It Vegan has really like opened my eyes to like how connected our foods are. Like, it's crazy. I love it so much. Okay, so I'm starting with what I thought was a dumpling base, to be honest, a fried dumpling base. I use a cup and like 3/4 of flour, some sugar. Okay, I personally wish I put more sugar in it because when I make Jamaican fried dumpling, I put like a healthy amount of sugar in mine. Not that it's sweet, you know, but like, so you can't see it's a sugar liquid. I feel like I was trying to be like modest because I was kind of going into this blind. I wish I put more sugar, but even in the recipe, I put a tablespoon of sugar. And I use baking powder and I use a tablespoon of yeast. And I was like, how much yeast should I put? Because I don't know, because like, even when I was researching this recipe, people would say that like, you know, I don't know how much I'm using. I'm this eyeball, you know? So I use like a tablespoon of yeast and I think I said some baking powder and some salt. Okay, my butter was like fresh out the freezer because I literally decided to do it like last minute, but I'm basically massaging the butter into the flour. I've seen, when I was doing my research, I've seen people use like melted butter, but I like doing this better because it makes it more fluffy because like when you fry it, we have to fry it. Listen, I know, first of all, it's called fried bake, so you know, it's in the name. But also like, okay, this is like one of the things where, you know, you just don't make it every day, babe, okay? Like not eat no fried dumpling, not eat no fried bake ever Jesus did. And then you'll be fine, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to fry these. You know what, if you bake yours, let me know how it goes. I'm actually very curious. Let me know how it goes. Okay, I've seen people use melted butter in theirs. I think that's where I was. I've been getting so distracted. I've been seeing people use melted butter, but like I like when you fry, when you cut butter into something and you fry it, the butter, like, I forgot the science behind it, but the butter, like, when it melts, it like releases steam. Listen, I'm a musician, not a scientist, but that's basically the vibe. Okay, when I make, I know this is Trinidadian, but when I make fried dumpling, I use milk. When I told my grandma that, she was like, milk. Never hear from me, mom, when I hear people fried dumpling with milk. I use milk. So when I was doing my research for this recipe, I was like, okay, some Trinidadians are using milk. Some people use water, but like more I use milk. All right, so I'm gonna use milk. So I added the milk like little by little until it came together. And then I kneaded it from there. And I just kneaded it until it was smooth. I covered it with a damp cloth. I let that rest for an hour. It's not gonna double in no size. It's just gonna expand, all right? Maybe if I used more yeast, it would have doubled in size, but I didn't really need to do all that. Like what it did was enough for me. Okay, so I wanted to make some saltfish. I was actually very excited because I haven't had like a vegan saltfish. Like I think the last time I had it was when I made like ackee and saltfish like over the summer. So I was like, period. So I went in my pantry looking for my jackfruit, couldn't find it. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I'm using heart of palm and I actually like this a lot. And this might be like my little go-to thing. So heart of palm is not hard to find at all. I recommend getting it from Trader Joe's if you have one near you because it's gonna be cheaper there. Like sometimes when you go to some places and you get heart of palm, it'd be like $4 for a can. Babe, why? Like for 3 little pieces of heart of palm in there. Go to Trader Joe's if you have one near you. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I also haven't looked nowhere else because I always get mine from Trader Joe's. Okay, so they come in the little stocks that I showed you. I'm literally just taking a fork and running it through it, and it looks like that, right? It literally looks like saltfish. Like I was so excited, like so excited. But you can use jackfruit. I actually have a video, my ackee and saltfish video. I use jackfruit, so it's the same thing. Okay, so now I'm just cutting up my vegetables. You know, I'm just using some plain stuff. When I was looking at my ackee and saltfish recipe, I realized that I use like way more things like scallion, maybe bell pepper. That'd have been so nice. I think I even put like scotch bonnet. But I was just cutting up what I had in the fridge. You could add more, you could add less. You know, do what you want to do. But I have some tomato here, some onion, and coming up, I have some garlic. And I actually use fresh garlic. Are you proud of me? Are you proud? Because I always use jarred garlic, but this is what I'm using. Use what you want to use and go through it. And I'm also slicing it because I need it to hold up because we don't want to burn garlic because that's not cute, okay? We don't want that, that's not cute, okay? Why did I make this clip so long? I don't get it. Anyway, okay, one thing I forgot to do is this is how I'm going to make my thing taste fishy. So we don't have to like rebrine it or resalt it like how, because like normally for saltfish you use like a salted cod, right? We don't have to redo that because the harder palm is already in a brine. But we want it to taste fishy. Now, if that freaks you out, then skip this step. But I always break up some nori sheets into my like vegan saltfish dishes because it's gonna make it taste fishy. It's gonna make it taste like the real thing. Like literally when you saute it up with the vegetables, like the onion and stuff, and like the nori, it's like you can't really tell the difference. This one, okay, when you use harder palm, I'm not gonna lie to you, the texture's a little bit different. When you use like jackfruit, that's when it's really like, that's when it gives saltfish. Like it really gives saltfish. But whatever, it's fine. I wouldn't skip that step unless like fishy tasting stuff creeps you out. And the brand that I use I actually really like because it's softer. Like I got it from Whole Foods, you know, so it's like kind of like, you know, like hippie nori, whatever. But like if you go to the Asian market, you have to like kind of chop that up a little bit, but do what you want to do. All right, so here's my fried baked dough after an hour of resting. And I'm just breaking it off into 6 equal pieces. And I was kind of worried because like when I left it to rise, it was kind of sticky, but like I just floured my surface and we were good to go. It was fine, right? True, right? True. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna roll out my dough, and I'm kind of making sure I cover my dough in flour. Make sure I cover my rolling pin in a flour. Don't laugh at my rolling pin. I got it off Amazon, cut it. I want a real one. Okay, and I'm just rolling it into like a 1/4 inch thick, pretty thin. Is that a 1/4 inch? 1, 2, 3. Yep, 1/4 inch thick little disc, because that's the shape it's gonna be. I have seen some people like they roll it out into like one big thing and then they cut it up. No, y'all, darling. This is what this is what I'm doing. And I was actually so jazzed this moment because I'm like, it's working out. Because you know, like me and baking, you know, it'd be like treacherous sometimes. You know, like it'd be a little, you know, I don't know. It'd be sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, here they go right here. Oh, why did I make this clip so long? Anyway, we could just vibe together, y'all. We could just vibe. Also, I'm gonna say if you're Trinidadian, let me know how I did. I love getting critiques. Like I love people telling me. I remember even like in my fufu video, someone was like, "Girl, just use box fufu," and I was like, "Okay, girl, I'll do that next time. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, here it goes. This is how thin it was. It wasn't like paper thin, but it was like thin enough because they cook quickly. All right, I'm gonna start with my saltfish because you know, it can stay warm. We want to eat like fried stuff like fresh. Okay. So I'm gonna saute my tomatoes, onion, and garlic all at the same time. Girl, don't worry, your garlic is not gonna burn if you move everything around. Okay, I'm gonna do it till it looks like this. Then you know I'm gonna add my saltfish mixture. Now, I'm doing it this way. Am I good? Okay, I wanted to add it after I stewed my tomatoes. So I want my tomatoes to break down a little bit. But you can do it the opposite way if you want your saltfish to be like, you know, a little bit more soft. All right, I'm gonna season it up a little bit, like a 2 at a time, not too much because this time that I got from this market in the Chicago suburbs is like really strong. And some seasoned salt because it's not real saltfish, so we can't add like a salt in there. But I didn't want to add like real salt because we don't want it to be too strong. Okay, black pepper, and I think I forgot garlic powder and onion powder, but you know, we just vibing, y'all. Like, don't worry about it. Okay, I'm gonna saute it up till it looks like this. There we go. Right, true. See it there. Right, true. It smells amazing in my house. I was like, period. Okay, so you have to fry it, like I said. You know what, if you're Trinidadian and you know you're like one of them healthy Trinidadians, like there are some Jamaicans who use wheat flour for dumpling. I think it's an abomination, but okay. Let me know if you can air fry these. Okay, this is the method I realized, right? You want to scoop the oil on top of the fry bake, and it starts to puff up. And when it started to puff up, I was like, no, I'm in my bag. Nope, I'm eating this up. Because that's what you want, right? Like the yeast in it like kind of puffs up and stuff like that, and that's how it gets all pillowy and soft and stuff, like, period. And I just fried it. I kept turning it, kind of wanted to burn, and yeah, until it got like that. Like, look how pretty it is. And there they go, all fried up, looking good. And look at the inside, right? Look at the inside. Come on, Katie, show the inside. Hello. There you go. Honestly, it just looked like a fried dumpling. It was hot. But it just looks like a fried dumpling to me. Like, it really does. Like, it just floats. And also, Jamaicans don't use yeast. So, I mean, the part of Jamaica I come from, we don't use yeast. So, if you use yeast, I couldn't imagine using yeast for a fried dumpling. Because you would just have like a big old ball. But see, they all plated up. Good to go. Y'all, I had so much fun making this. It felt familiar, like I said. I just love how connected all of our foods are and stuff like that. If you're Trinidadian, like I said, let me know how I did. Let me know if you will try this recipe. And look, okay, maybe because like I like trying different foods from everywhere. Like I feel like if you've never had like island food and stuff like that, don't be intimidated to try it. Like just try it, girl. Like if you don't like it, you don't like it. Or like if you're intimidated, like I don't know, I'll be trying everything. Like I don't really care. Like I want to, like if I see like a Chinese recipe, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try that. You know what I'm saying? Like just try it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you need help. I'm always there to help in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe so you never miss any of my videos. While you're here, check out my other videos. You must have no video. Thank you again, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, y'all.